Well, Graham, clearly a really difficult afternoon for you. How flat do you feel after that, first of all?
Look, I've been feeling flat for the last 2 weeks, to be honest. That was pure. That was really pure. That was probably one of my worst days at the football club. And it's times like this, you actually, I look in the mirror, I question myself. Why did I open us up with so many strikers? Why have we so many injuries? Why can we not win a game? Why have we just fallen off the face of the cliff? Why have we gone so far backwards over the last few weeks? So, look, at the end of the day, it's down to me. I'm the manager of the football club, so I'll have to take the hits. I'll have to take the blame. And it's not easy. And it was a very, very lonely job at this moment in time, to be quite honest with you.
It was a day where whatever could go wrong did go wrong. An early goal, injuries. How do you legislate for so much going against you?
Well, we've been used to that. And this football club is used to that. So that's not a one-off. That happens to us. But we've got to be better. You can't concede goals. Yes, you can make excuses. Yes, you can say I'm missing a number of players. I'm missing leaders. I'm missing generals. I'm missing my mainstay, my defenders. You can't concede goals like we're conceding. You can't concede set-piece goals like we're conceding. So obviously there's a fundamental problem there somewhere. I can't go out on the pitch and defend set pieces for them. They have to step up and do it themselves. But there's a problem there. There's a weakness there at set pieces. Look, I'm not daft. I've been in the game long enough. I can see what I'm seeing on the pitch. I can see what I'm seeing in players' eyes. I just can't do anything about it at this moment in time. I don't know where to turn to be quite honest with you. We've got picked up another 3 hamstring injuries today. Why we're having so many injuries, it's got to be looked at again. Our physio room, there's more players in our physio room than there is on the pitch. That's got to be looked at. So all in all, we just need to get to the end of the season and have an investigation, or have a real good hard look at why, where, when and how. At the end of the day, yes, our squad was never equipped, was never big enough, was never deep enough to have a challenge in the playoffs. That's probably one of the reasons why I batted the playoffs away so many times when asked the question. But I can't get away from the fact that this football club has come from being a relegation threatened club when I walked in the front door, and I stand here in front of you disappointed because we couldn't finish our season off and end up in the playoffs. Irrespective of my disappointment today and what's gone on, we've come a long, long way. I now need to look myself in the mirror. I now need to go home and sit in a dark room and have a couple of hours with myself and see where I'm going and what I'm doing and how can I push this on and how can I take it on. I've let a lot of people down. I wanted to make playoffs, and I failed. I wanted to make playoffs for the football club because the fans have been brilliant since I've come. The players have been brilliant, and they are a great group of lads. It is a great dressing room, and I just feel for them. I do feel for the players because they're running on fumes at this moment in time, and we can't turn to the bench. We can't turn to backup. We can't turn to the academy. We just can't turn. We just don't have the bodies to cope with the situation we're in.
We have been asking you about playoffs for a number of weeks. You have been deflecting it. This is the first time you're talking to us about the playoffs. Is that an acceptance that now there is no chance?
Well, deep down I wanted to. Deep down I was desperate to make that type, and there's no point in being in football if you're not winning, if you're not achieving, if you're not progressing. And yeah, I wanted to try and keep the pressure away from the group of lads. I wanted to try and keep it away, the expectation levels away. But deep down I always knew we would come up short because of our depth, because of our numbers. We've asked those lads to play, is that 52, 53 games? Some of them have played every game. And look, it sounds like I'm making excuses, but it's I'm not an excuse maker, and it's tough. It is tough. Look, we should have been better. We got to defend set pieces better. We got to be better in each and every department at the football club. And I've got to look in the mirror, and I've got to find answers. I've got to find not only answers, I've got to find solutions.
You have lost 5 of your last 7 games. There are 5 games to go. Is the most frustrating thing for you now that this season is threatening to fizzle out when there has been so many high points this year?
Well, I hope there's enough about us not to let it fizzle out. We're running around there with 9 men. Obviously, Aaron Wildig is hamstring and he had to stay on the pitch. He couldn't come off. We finished the game with 10 men. We had 3 hamstring injuries today. So how do you replace them? How do you replace the lads that are injured? And we've got a number of young kids in and around us in the squad, and that Harrison Bright is being used obviously of late. And Matty Baker's a young kid, and Lewis Payne, Matty Bonswell. They're young kids, and I have to try and keep the criticism away from them. I have to try and keep any negativity away from them, which is why I offer myself up for anybody who wants to have a dig, anybody who wants to have a scrap or have a go at us. Please leave the players, come to me and blame it on me, because them players have run through brick walls for this football club.
Last one from me. On those injuries, 3 more today with Bennett, Payne and Aaron Wildig. Do you know yet what the diagnosis is? I know it's hamstrings, but how long they're likely to be missing for?
Well, there's only 4 weeks left in the season. A normal hamstring injury is what, 4 to 6 weeks. So I hope we can get 1 or 2 of them back. Minor miracle in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. But look, it's not looking good. You know, hamstring injuries normally take 4 to 6 weeks. They are minor hamstring injuries, and there's only 4 weeks left in the season. So I don't know, is the honest answer at this moment in time. We'll obviously have to send them for scans. We'll obviously have to have a look at them in 24 hours, see where we are, and assess from there. But yeah, it's tough. It's disappointing and tough, to be honest.
Thanks, Graham.
Thank you. Cheers.
It's mental almost as much as physical though this season, it seems, as well. You say looking in the eyes, that must be it for some players. They want to keep going, but
I agree with that. You can see, look, I actually thought we had a really good, strong first half. Out with the goal that we conceded, we created a number of chances. You just maybe needed the ball to go in the back of the net. You need to take a chance, just give us a lift, give us some sort of lift. But yeah, that's all we were short of today, was to put a finish. I thought our play, our connections, some of our play in the first half was really, really good. But as the game wore on, you could physically and mentally see us waning. You could see us dipping. You could see us going deeper. You could see a little bit of maybe confidence went. Picked up a couple of injuries. You could just see it, as we say from the first question, going from bad to worse as the game went on in stages. But I thought some of the connections, some of the passing, some of the play in the first half was really strong. So yeah, look, we obviously we had to change shape as well because of our personnel and because of our numbers. And I thought the boys went out and apart from the first 30 seconds, the first minute, you can't be defending a corner from the first action, first kick of the game. You can't. So we give ourselves a mountain to climb. A centre half doesn't even have to jump, he puts it in with his foot. So there's questions to be asked there as well. But after that, I thought we grew into the game and we give a real half an hour of decent football, and we created the more chances. And the top teams don't let teams off the hook. The top teams, we talk about playoffs, we talk about promotion teams. Them teams go and punish, them teams go and find a way, them teams go and score goals. And we've just come up short.
For Grimsby, does it become a case of you've just got to almost pick your most experienced players and then decide your shape? Is that the way it has to be? Because there are kids that aren't probably up to it.
To be honest, Chris, I don't want to. I never duck a question. I never ducked it, but I haven't even given Grimsby a thought, to be quite honest with you. And that's the next game. I understand that. I understand the question. I respect the question, but let me just, in the next 24 hours, I've got to find out who we've got, what we've got, and how many players I have available, and that's where we are. So yeah, look, it's a tough manager, it's a tough period, tough time, and we are feeling it, no more so than the lads in there and the staff.
Must be, I just have to say, it made a bit heartening that the fans by and large get it. You've lost 4-0 at home, no one booed. It just sort of, they understand, I think, don't they, that your situation. I think those that have been here can see it.
Yeah, well, the situation, we know we're in a situation, we know that, but we want more. We want to maximise whatever situation we're in. We want to try and get the most out of what we are. We want to remain positive. We want to have a little bit of belief. We want to have a little bit of confidence. And you know, we all have situations, and we all have bad situations, good situations, whatever it is. But look, it is what it is, and it's disappointing. The fans have been brilliant. The fans have been absolutely brilliant to not only myself but to the players, and that's why they're a unique fan base. They're a unique set of fans, and there's no one else like them. I haven't seen a fan base like them up and down the country, who, when you lose a game, they actually cheer you off the pitch. They actually cheer you off the pitch when you lose a game, and that is the fan base we've got. And that's why I feel a little bit disheartened. That's why I feel a little bit down, because I wanted to deliver for that fan base. I wanted to say thank you to that fan base, and I wanted to give them more, and I'd probably come up short.